Go to my OnlyFans if you want to see the twerking and the clapping and all of that. On Instagram, PG-13 baby, and that's just how I roll. So don't come with all that twerk, dance, and all of that. Now, will I stand up for you? I stand up for you at the end. But I ain't about to stand up right now because I'm comfortable. So I'm just telling y'all that now. But what's up, y'all? How y'all doing? How y'all feeling? Try to do the dots. Yeah, I haven't done that in a minute. Like 2 lives. I haven't done it. But yo, I have a question because it's mainly men. And I need y'all to respond. I need y'all to respond in the question box. So it's not going to be so much of a question, but you're going to be responding to this question that I'm asking y'all in the question box. Okay, so it's really like 2 things. The first thing is, have you ever come across a woman and you felt like, I don't want to say she's too good for you, but she is a wife, but she's not coming into your life at the time when you are seeking a wife? And what did you do about that? Like, that's for the fellas. Have you ever met a woman that was wife material, but you met her at the wrong time in your life? I need y'all to answer that, but answer that in the question box. Because I always, like, there was an interview, Good Morning Miami Rich, because there was an interview that I saw with Bobby Smurda, and he was saying that if he met a certain woman, he knows that that woman would be wife material. So he wasn't ready to meet her yet because he was still in his whole phase. So I was like, well, how the hell do that work? Because as much as men always screaming about wife, and all this and that, don't tell me y'all not ready to give up y'all whole phase. Okay, so this person said, yeah, timing is everything. If the timing is not right as a man, I had to let the woman go find her happiness. Okay, so I get that. Okay. Okay, this person said, yes, but I'm super laid back, so we remain friends. Okay. Somebody else said a couple of times. Yes, I befriended her until our timeless match. She's my wife now to date. Oh, that's beautiful. Let me see. Actually, I have, but I had just started my own business and I was busy, and at the same time, she was really into her business. So, we really didn't have time for each other. Okay. Yeah, I have. The situation was that I had to call it off because I wouldn't afford to hurt her while I was in my prime. Okay. Okay. Not being mature enough, or just a moment in life when I'm emotionally not available. Okay, so I was asking that, guys, because okay, I have been in the situation to where I was, I don't know, I guess I was a piece, and sometimes you know how they always say, like, be his peace, be his peace, be his peace. And some people aren't ready for peace. And that's like men or women. I feel like they're not ready for peace. Peace to them is boring because they're used to chaos. So it's like they're in this chaotic state in their life, and they think that peace is boring. So then once they finally come down off that chaos and they want to seek peace, then it's like they can't find nobody that's on that same vibe with them, because now they're understanding what that person from then in their chaotic days was trying to give them. And now they're to that point in their life and they're like, damn. And it does, I feel like it takes a lot of time to yourself. People are damaged and need healing. Yes, that's what I was about to say. I think that a lot of people need time to themselves, because it's a lot of people that are like, they're scared to be by themselves. Like, they jump from person to person to person. Like, they never get to the person that matters, which is themselves. And it's like, how can you love anybody else if you're not in love with yourself? Like, just like I was saying yesterday, it's like, and that's for men or women, you gotta love yourself. And I run across a lot of people that are set in their ways, and the ways that they're set in aren't great. Like, they really need to unlearn these things and relearn themselves, because the ways that we grew up in and we learned, not all those ways are good ways, are the way to go. You know what I'm saying? I feel like there are a lot of ways where we grew up and it wasn't right. Like, you get a lot of people who have gone through trauma, so they live their life with a guard up, and then they instill that in their children. And then, you know what I'm saying? Like, it just keep getting passed and passed and passed, and it's something that needs to get unlearned. And you have to relearn how to love properly, how to love yourself properly. Because that's just how I feel personally, is that I want to, at some point in life, settle down with the person. But the person that I decide to settle down with, I feel like, okay, there's this quote of, I want the woman to be my homie, or I want the man to be my best friend. Okay, I can get the friendship and the connection. I can get that friendship, but do not hold me to the standard of an actual friend, like an actual your homeboy or anything like that, because I'm above that. That friendship is just one thing out of many things that I will provide for you as your woman. So don't just hold me at that friendship. Don't do that. Because the jobs that we have in order to come together and have something successful is limitless. Just like for our children, we have to be whatever our children need us to be at that moment. And our children need us to be a lot of things, right? So when I get my significant other, I know my significant other is going to need a lot of things from me. And I want to be more than just a friend. I want to be whatever you need me to be at that moment in time for you. That's what I would like to be. So it's like, all in all, the timing is absolutely right. The timing is absolutely correct. The timing have to be right. But it's like that mindset of that person, because if that person is not at peace within themselves and does not know how to love themselves properly, they are going to bring hell to your life. I promise you, hurt people will always hurt people. There are some people that seek out people that have good hearts. just to rip their hearts apart on purpose, because how dare you be able to genuinely love somebody? How dare you actually get to be happy and I'm not happy? So let me just take my, like, what do they call a narcissist? Like, this shit really happens. Like, there are some women, there was one chick that I knew, and I had to get the hell away from her because I felt like it was wrong. She was in a relationship with someone. She was genuine. She was pure about it. She was trying to be everything that man needed her to be. She was that, and he still ended up dumping her. So after that happened, her mission after that was to date men who had girlfriends, and then tell the girlfriends that she dated their men, like, to just fuck up their household. And she felt that was her agenda. Like, she felt like they did it to me, so I'm gonna do it to them. Totally fucked up mindset. Fucked up mindset. Like, totally fucked up. It's like, boo-boo. You are on a self-destruction mission. Like, you are just like on some other shit. I don't want to be around. Like, that shit is crazy to me. I feel like every situation I've ever gotten out of, when I walked away from it, I walked away. Like, I walked away. Did I walk away frustrated, angry, confused? A lot of those feelings that we would normally feel. Yes, I felt all of that kind of stuff. Vengeful at times, feeling like I want them to hurt how my feelings are hurting. I thought these things, but I ain't doing these things. I'm not acting out on these thoughts because, okay, that's not for me to do. That's not for me to do. You know what I'm saying? It's a hurting feeling for someone to tell you. Basically, you kind of taking it as you're not good enough for them. And it hurts your feelings. Like, man or woman, hurt your feelings. Like, it's like, oh, so you trying to say you're too good for me or something? And some situations you are too good for, man or woman. Like, I've spoken with male cousins, and they have talked to me about, their situations with females. And it's a lot of females out here that feel like, okay, he a man, so he's supposed to do everything. And I'm a girl, so I don't have to do anything. I could just sit back and I don't have to do anything. No, you got to match that man energy. You got to match that man energy. So then when that man stop doing everything that he's been doing for you, all solely because he's waiting to see what you about to do for him, and not really on no using type shit, just on some, okay, I set this standard for us, now come through on your end. Like, be good to a nigga. Like, talk to me nice. Like, some women, they just think that they are God's gift to men, and that's it, that's all. And no, it don't work like that. It don't work like that at all. Reciprocation. Exactly. And then it's sometimes too where, okay, my love language is, if I know that there is something, say I'm shopping, right? And I'm in a store and I'm getting like my usual stuff, or I'm getting my son's usual stuff. If I'm with someone and I see something that they use, then I'm going to pick that up for that person, because at some point in time I'm going to see them. Like, that's my love language. I do that. There are some men where there was a time where a guy was like, do not do that for me, because I'm not doing that back for you. Like, I'm not doing that for you. And I was like, whoa, like, that's weird. Like, like red flag, because that's telling me that you are not planning to be good to me like this. Like, you're not planning to be here for a long time. You just planning to be here for a good time. So, oh, hell no, because what we're not going to do is waste each other's time, right? But I'm just a caring person like that. Oh, this is crazy. But yeah, I'm just a caring person like that. Y'all, I'm gonna be catching some of y'all stuff in the comments, but they going so fast. Let me see. And someone said right here, being mature within themselves, like, oh my God, there are a lot of childish people. It's a lot of childish people. You know what I noticed though? And don't get me wrong, I'm not bashing nobody or nothing like that, but this is just my honest opinion. I feel like people who are up in age and don't have children are kind of immature. And I also feel like men that aren't really in their, men or women, because I see on both ends, that aren't really active parents with the children that they do have, they're not very mature. Like, it's an immaturity there. Like, they want to be the child. Like, they want all of the attention. No matter how old they are. Like, they want all the attention. How their kid get more attention than them. Like, I see that a lot, and I think that that's weird, too. So, it really is, like, they are very immature. Like, a lot of immature people. Because it's like, okay, say my grown ass come into a situation and, you know, I want to actually date a man. I want to actually get to know a man. I want to go on dates with him. We could hold off on the sex until I'm ready for that. If I'm ever ready for that with you, you know, I have that choice. That's my right, my choice. You know, say I come in grown and then you come in the door saying, oh, you don't want to go on dates, pull up to the house. I could cook at the house and I'm just meeting you. Like, that is immature as fuck. Or even to play mind games with someone and play mature for a little while to get what you want out of a person. Like, that's childish to me. Like, let's be grown about it. Excuse my language, but they have too many people out here selling cake and selling to be out here trying to finesse people out of it. Like, if that's all you want, then just say that. That person might sell it to you. Man or woman, just being honest. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't waste nobody's time by trying to, you know, mislead them into thinking that you want something when all you want to do is have sex with the person. Like, don't do that to a person. Or if you are in a relationship with somebody, or if you know that you have strings that you have not, you know, really cut yet, and you just stringing everybody along, like, that's all immature, that's childish. Like, put it all out there on the table. Let people know who they dealing with, what they dealing with. Don't put people in fucked up, compromising situations and it blow up in your face. Yes, stop being a manipulator. Stop doing that. Stop doing that. And then the first thing they do is call the man or woman crazy. Oh, they crazy, they crazy. You drove them to that point in life to be crazy because you misled them. You got them to fall for you. You got them to be vulnerable. You got them to take their guard down only to mislead them and manipulate them. And then you wonder why they went crazy. They went fucking crazy because you took them there. Like, don't do that to people. And then they wonder why, when they're ready to settle down and really be loved properly, why they can't come across that for themselves, because karma is real. It's going to kick your ass. Like, what are you talking about? And then they play the victim. They play the victim. Yo, tell me if I'm tripping. They have some people that will do some weird ass shit. They do weird ass shit. They play victim because they want you to leave. So they gaslight you. They want you to leave. So they gaslight you. You leave. And then here they come and play the victim and say, I miss you. Y'all know that I miss you text gonna come through at some point in time, because what they're gonna do is they're gonna do whatever they're doing, manipulate you. Then they're gonna play victim, act as if you did something to them. Then they're gonna get you to leave. Then once you leave them, now they can play victim and say, I miss you, so that they can try to pull you back in. Like, it's a game. Like, it's a game out here at this point. It's like, people not out here playing. People are not playing with their feelings. People not playing with their heart. Like, stop playing with people. Why do we group everything as weird? It's okay. So I say the word weird because I feel like there is a old law, new law type of situation, as to where toxic is the new normal. And that's weird to me, that something toxic would be normal. That's a weird behavior to me. I have come across some people, and when I say old law, meaning like, you know, it is what it is with me. It is what it is with me. I came across a guy one time. I was in a club. I came across a guy. This was like maybe 9 years ago. I came across him. He approached me. He told me that, you know, he found me to be attractive, and he wanted to know if he could have my number. I found him to be attractive as well. I'm like, are you married? He said no. I checked the hand. He didn't have a ring. So I'm like, okay. Because understand that I only know what you tell me. When we first meeting, I only know what you tell me. So I can only go off of that. So he said he wasn't married. Cool. Gave him my number. The first conversation, the first time he called me, he said, are you busy? I said, I'm available. He said, okay, so let me just give you the rundown on me. He told me everything that was going on with him. He told me he was just getting out of a relationship. He told me that he could possibly have a baby on the way. He told me that he was dealing with someone at the time, but that's not his girlfriend. But she does hold it down for him. He told me everything. He put it all out on the table for me. And then he concluded it with, so, you know, do you feel that you want to take it further? You want to just be my friend? Like, or do you just not want to fuck with me at all? And I respected the fact that he put it all out on the table like that. So I was like, you know, that sounds like a lot. Because I was just getting out of a relationship myself. I was totally disconnected from the person, but that was too much for me. So I said we could be cool. And till this day, we still text each other or call each other from time to time. Hey, just checking in. You good? The kids good? Whatever. And we have been great ever since because he kept it thorough. See, and that's not a weird behavior. Some people call what that man did to be weird. Some people think that honesty is weird. No, this is my truth. Because people don't understand that whatever you got going on with yourself, when you pulling other people into your world and you don't make them aware of what your world consists of, that's wrong. Like, that is wrong. To bring somebody into your world and have them blindsided by things, that's wrong to me. At least give them something. Like, you don't have to tell them all your business, but just let them know what's up. Let them know what's going on. If somebody approached me right now, I would be very transparent. I find you attractive. Yes, I do. However, I just got out of something. You know, I'm not going to mislead you, misguide you, and tell you that, you know, I'm looking for love right now, because I'm loving me right now. If I find them attractive enough to where maybe I might want to, you know, text from time to time. Maybe when I get to a point where I'm strong enough, maybe we could go have a drink or something. Then cool, we can exchange numbers. You know what I'm saying? And the good mornings, good evenings, just tapping in, checking in. We can do that. You know what I'm saying? We can do that if I'm interested. If I'm not interested, then it's just a no. I'm not about to give you no fake number. Not doing that. I'm not about to give you my number and then block you. I'm not doing that, because what we're not going to do is we're not going to waste time. Either I'm interested or I'm not. Period, point blank. I'm interested or I'm not. Let's be grown about it. What is my definition of attractive? It varies. If I just connect with the person, I'm like, oh wow. Like, a person would have to catch my attention, like, for real. Oh Lord, I got paragraphs in here. Somebody said that they let their person get away because of stability. Y'all, stability is important. Stability is important. Stability is very important. I want to say once you hit 30, you looking for a peace of mind and stability. I think that. I feel that way. I feel like from the time like you're 19 to about, let's say, 26, depends on your maturity. From like 19 to 26 to be kind of like all over the place is like cool. I think that's your time to be young, wild, and free. Between 19 and like 26. But then after a while, once you start maturing, I believe that that's when that stability starts kicking in. You want to start creating routines for yourself. You want to start being very stabilized. So I think that stability does matter, and with some men I've come across, they have told me, like, you know, I want to be with you. That was in my younger days. I want to be with you, but there's nothing I have to offer you at the moment. And that's another truth that I can respect, because I was a young woman with a child. So I was 17 and a mother. So by the time I came into my 20s, I got a 4-year-old. Okay, so I needed a man that was going to be ready to be stable. Like, you know, I wasn't a little girl out here that could just be out here playing with men. Like, I was 17, 18, 19, and so on with a child. So there was not too much room for play with me. So any man who I came across, if they told me that they weren't able to provide stability for me at a young age for me, then there was nothing that we could do. I could not risk dealing with a street man who was selling drugs, had ops and all that kind of stuff, because I have a child. Not living like that. I couldn't deal with a man who was out here not making no money, just on some chilling with their friends shit, because I have a child and I'm out here working, and if you're gonna be in my life, you gotta contribute too. Like, this was a early on rule. So I totally understand stability, because I mean, at a young age, I already had my own place, had my own vehicle, provided for my child, and the last thing that I needed to come into my life was a child, another child, in addition to the child that I'm raising. Wasn't gonna happen. Now, I feel like as you get older, stability matters, man or woman. If you are a stable man who has a home, a mortgage, who has a job Monday through Friday, and who has, you know, like, things going for themselves, they needed a woman that's going to be stable too. They need a woman that is stable as well. Because if this man have all this going on and this woman doesn't really have anything to offer, she's still out in the streets, she not understanding that responsibility of waking up to report to the job on time, paying bills on time, money management. If she don't understand that, then there will really be no understanding. All there will be is sex. And that'll be about it. Because it's just nothing to contribute. There's nothing that we can relate upon. And especially if it's a person who's not trying to learn better and do better. And that's again why I always say, a lot of women out here say that they want an entrepreneur, and they don't understand what it means to be an entrepreneur. Okay, they have now made it out to seem as if entrepreneurs just have money all the time. They set their own schedules. They travel how they want to travel, like they just showing the good things. But entrepreneurship is hard as fuck. You have your highs and your lows. When you're in your highs, you cannot spend money. When you're in your highs, you have to get the money and put it to the side. Get the money, put it to the side. And the reason why you got to take your money and put it to the side on your highs is because once your lows come, you want to have a stabilized lifestyle. So you got to understand that part of it. So a lot of these females, they just think that, you know, oh, I want an entrepreneur. Most of the time, entrepreneurs are broke. And that's just being honest, because the business is a totally different entity from the individual. So the business might be making money, but that individual might actually be broke. Only being honest. Because once you cover the cost of running your business, overhead if you have it, warehouse, all this kind of stuff, whatever materials you need for your business, paying your employees. Once all this stuff gets situated and you look at your profit, that profit loss is gonna it's gonna be something serious, right? So a lot of females say that they want entrepreneurs, but I don't know. You have to be a certain type of person to be built for that. And if you have a job and you're dealing with an entrepreneur, then you're going to come across seasons where women be talking about they want the man to take care of everything. If you're dealing with an entrepreneur, you have the job and he's an entrepreneur, you're going to come across some times where you're going to have to hold him down. And then that's going to be them seasons where you're going to be, that's your make or break seasons. Because then that's when a lot of women going to fold. And they're going to start saying, oh, he broke and I'm tired of taking care of him. And then, you know, that's going to break the situation. So be careful what you talk about when you want an entrepreneur. Now, like I said yesterday, for anybody that heard, I was in a relationship with someone for a long time that was a 9-to-5 dude. And he had went to jail before. So for him to wake up at an early morning hour and go get to a job, it was nothing for him because he had got out the jail system. So, you know, waking up early and all that shit he was used to. So it flowed for him to be able to wake up early hours, get the job done, and then come home. He was built for that. Like, he did extraordinary with that. But when it came to a point in time when he started seeing some of his coworkers go out on their own and become entrepreneurs, he thought that he could follow that wave too. That's where we had a disagreement at. You got to understand your strong suits. Just because something is a trend don't mean it will work for you. So I had to, as his woman, be honest with him and tell him, I don't believe that you should just quit your job and just become an entrepreneur. If anything, capitalize off of all your homeboys becoming entrepreneurs. Meaning, go to job, knock out your 9-to-5s, knock out your 9-to-5 hours, and then holler at your homeboys for after-hour gigs and see who need help. So that way you're establishing relationships with them. You there for them when they need that help, and you making some extra money. And you keep that 9-to-5. And you just keep doing those side gigs until those side gigs start paying you more than your 9 to 5 and paying you more than your 9 to 5 consistently, that's when it's safe to make that transition. People that just jump off head first and become an entrepreneur is beyond me. I don't understand it. Even for myself, I worked my 3 jobs, as I always say. I worked my 3 jobs, and then somebody introduced me to OnlyFans. I did not leave my 3 jobs at the drop of a dime because the first month of OnlyFans was okay. Because it was just okay. And I got a child, so money got to constantly flow up in here. So I let go of 1 job. I kept the other 2. And I kept my OnlyFans. And the next month, OnlyFans did better. So then I dropped another one, but I kept 1. I didn't let go of all 3 jobs until my OnlyFans paid me 3 times as much as what my 3 jobs were paying me. That's when I knew it was okay to let it go. And I still waited to make sure this was a consistent income for me. Because, again, income can make or break a couple. Because people say that they're built for things, but they're not really built for things. Because finances can break up any kind of relationship. Marriage, companionship, friendship. Finances can break that up for anybody. So I feel like now moving forward, I have stabilized my environment for the most part. Knock on wood, stable. So what do I want? A person that is stable. I don't want nobody that's all over the place. I want somebody that is stable because I have a stable environment. I have run across a person who I thought was stable, and a lot of people think that they want peace, but they still live in chaos. I am not the girl for you if you want to be in the club every weekend. That's not me. I'm not the girl that's going to be out here just on some wildin' ass shit. Not doing it. Not doing it. I'm not doing it. I'm not that girl for you. For that person that has been certified in a pharmacy for well over 10 years. Been certified bartender for well over 10 years. Currently in school for my business degree. Still in school for my business degree, wrapping that up. Even purchasing a home. You're basically living in your bank because equity. Let's be real. You know what I'm saying? Like, baby, listen, I don't have time for no immature, unstable person. Don't have time for it. Would I be comfortable with not being with my partner because of work? Hey, Sean. Hell yeah, I'd be comfortable with that. I can't get with this new generation of wanting to live in a man's skin and all of that foolishness and wanting to breathe the same air he breathes. I don't like that. I gotta miss you. Let's miss each other. It makes it better. Let's miss each other. So, hell yeah. If we gotta go to work, we gotta go to fucking work. Like, and I ain't mad at that shit. And I ain't even trying to talk to you all day long. Because when I go out of town and I gotta go do my photo shoots and shit like that, how the fuck I'm supposed to make money if I'm worrying about what the fuck you got going on, what you doing? I got my own business to take care of. I got my own shit to handle. So, you know what I'm saying? Hell no. I would never be mad about somebody making their money. And I will hope you would never be mad at me for making my money. Ever. I don't like that shit. I don't want to be in your face all goddamn day long. That shit aggravating. Like, I'm the person that shit get out of my face. Do you feel you should stay with someone for the kids? I've seen a lot of that. I have seen a lot of that. Honestly, I've seen a lot of that, and every person that I have seen that has stayed with someone for the children, I want to say maybe 1 out of 6, they end up working it out and actually learning how to love each other again. Maybe 1 out of 6. But the rest of them, like at some point in time, you hurt your kids. You hurt your kids because your kids know when you're happy and unhappy. And when your kids can feel it, and if your kids can see it, then that's more harmful than anything. That is more harmful than anything. So I think respectfully, there is a way to exit and have a conversation with the children. But to stay with each other and hate each other for the kids, it just don't make sense. Because a happy parent will, parent their children happily. But a parent that's never happy, depressed, all this and that, then their kids coming up to them laughing, all happy-go-lucky, and then the parent is sitting there miserable and sad and angry, they're going to take it out on the kids at some point. At some point. So, no, I wouldn't suggest it. Okay, I think that this person who keep asking this question, I think you kind of getting on my nerves. Okay, someone said, what's the difference between Southern hospitality and Cali women? I feel like, and listen, I'm not from California, right? I'm not from California at all. I've been there a few times, but I'm not from there. But I feel like Southern women, we will take care of our men. We will lotion your back, rub your feet, cook for you, clean the house. Like, that's hospitality. Like, Southern hospitality, like, we take care of our men. Like, that's period. I know I do it. I will have your towels ready for you for your shower. I will have your clothes set out for you. I will lotion your feet when you get out of the shower. I will have your slippers sitting there ready for you because I don't like walking around with nothing on my feet. So I don't like that for anybody else in my house. So you're going to have slippers. You're going to have a meal. I cook for you. You tell me what you like, don't like about the food. We could figure it out because not all people like spicy food. I like spicy food, but we could figure it out. So that's Southern hospitality to me. Holding it down for your dude. When I say holding it down, meaning basically giving your man a peace of mind, right? But I will give this all to a person who is deserving of it. But that is what most Southern women do. Like, we that's what we do. I want to say maybe most days you'll see us look kind of, like we just handling business. We cleaning the house, we doing stuff. You ain't gonna see us all dressed up. But when we step, we step. That's a Southern woman. Most Southern women. And let's not use the term women loosely. Okay, but we love on our men in the South. And Cali is like a pimp culture. Cali is a pimp culture. So it's like bitches be mouthy with bitches. Like bitches are mouthy with bitches. The Cali girls, like, and they just on some pimp shit out there, like giving a man all their money in the South. We used to, it used to happen where the man will basically give the woman, money to pay the household bills or whatever. Like the men give the women the money for the groceries and the bills and stuff like that in the South. But Cali, bitch, you just better get that nigga your money. And don't ask that nigga what the fuck happening with the money. Like, just bitch, give me the money. Like, that's on some Cali shit. And I can't fuck with that. But that's the difference that I have seen. Like, how Krishan, like, slowly started submitting to Blueface. But I pray to God she gets up out of that. But her giving him all her money and stuff, like, this is really, like, how that Cali shit looks to me. I don't want to say how it is, but how it looks to me. And I just be like, oh, hell no. I don't like that. And the women do seem to be a bit thirsty, like they clout chasers. Like, I had got invited to a Fashion Nova event. I got invited to a Fashion Nova event that was in LA. And I went out there, and so I just had to walk through like a certain gate or whatever, because the people that were invited had a special type of entry. So when I went, like, the girls were like posted up like on some pick me type shit. So it's like whenever Blueface be saying some things, I laugh about it, because it's like they really be some pick me's. Like, they just want to be like picked. They want to be famous. They want to be on TV. Like, that's that Cali shit. I don't know. That shit wild to me. What? Okay, that was a better question. Chris, that was a better question. Thank you, Chris. How do I feel about the Sierra situation and the way she was dressed, knowing how Russell Wilson is? Okay, this is how I feel about that. It was a themed event. It was a themed event. When you go to fashion shows, you are supposed to follow the theme and you're supposed to wear the designer. It was a themed fashion event. She did choose her dress, but it seems as if that fashion designer usually makes dresses like that. Like, those are the signature dresses. A mesh event, exactly. So I feel as though she is an entertainer. That is a part of her job, is to dress the part. She is an entertainer. She's an entertainer. That's what entertainers have to do. Much like Beyonce has to dress certain ways, much like Cardi B dresses certain ways. They are entertainers. A lot of people tried to compare her to LeBron James' wife. That is not a fair. That's not a fair comparison, because LeBron James' wife is not an entertainer. She doesn't sing. She doesn't dance. She's not a performer. So that was not a fair comparison. She dressed for a theme. He stood beside her to protect her as her husband. He stood there by her side to make sure that she was safe. And he did what he was supposed to do in supporting his woman. It's a lot of men out here that are very insecure. You want your fucking woman to walk around with muumuus on, covered from chin down, but then you on IG pages like mine watching me clap my ass. Like, come on, make it make sense. Don't be holding your wife to a certain standard and then you lusting for something else. He could lust for his fucking wife and support her and protect her as he's supposed to fucking do. It's these little boys out here with this soft shit that can't take it, can't handle it. Like, come on, like, grow the fuck up. You want your woman to make money? And then here you go. That's not wife material, but she is his wife. If it's not wife material, then why she married? Why she is wife? She gotta be wife material. She is wife. Like, come on, just like be real about it. Like, you gotta grow up at some point. Like, if you want a woman, like, it ain't like Sierra just got like this. He met her as an entertainer. He knew who he was dealing with when he met her. And he still decided to give her his last name. This ain't nothing like she changed overnight and now she forcing something upon a man. No. He met her like that. It was something about her that he liked. With her being exactly how she was, how she is. And he supports everything she does. And that's why they have a 2-income home. And that's why their home is flourishing. Like, what the fuck do you mean? Like, so she's supposed to not dress a certain type of way and lose out on deals with brands because she got to appease her husband? That's for little-minded, little paycheck mindsets. Like, no, grow the fuck up. Like, grow the fuck up at some point in life. Any man that I meet, they're going to know, even if I'm on or off OnlyFans, because I will get off OnlyFans at some point, but the man that I meet and the man that I do marry will know that I had an OnlyFans. And they're going to meet me as I am. And they're going to accept me as I am. And if they don't want to fuck with me because of that, they don't have to. It's a choice. I mean, that's what stops a lot of people from actually being able to love the people that they actually love. They will be with somebody because they look a part. They look the part that they want them to look. But they don't be in love with them. Then they cheat with the person who they actually would love to be with. But they keep them a secret. Why would you, like, that don't make sense to me. Love who you love, accept them as they are. You don't have to hide the person because your homeboy is going to feel a certain way. Or your homeboy is going to say this or whatever. No, you love who you love. And people who actually live in their truth are usually happier. People who hide it, it's like, it's weird. No, it's not a matter of we don't understand men. It sounds like a little boy behavior, to be honest, because a man gonna stand beside his woman. A man gonna stand beside his woman. A little boy gonna care about how he's perceived to others and care about other people's opinions. That's what a little boy does. So if you care about what other people have to say about your household, people that do not pay your bills, people who do not do anything for you, you care about what the fuck they have to say, and that's who's going to determine who you decide to love openly, you weird. You are weird. That is not normal. That is weird. Like, that's crazy. Usually, and I don't care, you could debate me on this, I don't care. Usually, women who have been dancers before, who have been escorts before, who have been porn stars before, these women are in the most successful marriages. These women are the best parents. And they are judged based upon what they did or do to make money. They are judged by that. And they're judged incorrectly. These women are the best mothers. They are the best wives. And the people who say they will never be wifed got it all confused, because 10 out of 10, they are married or they are in long-term relationships. They just don't tell it to the public. They keep that part of their life private and they continue to sell whatever it is that they sell. Or, you know, they just let it be. But again, it's a immature mindset to allow other people perception to dictate your life. That's crazy to me. Yeah, I shouldn't have to say nothing. They should understand it, but it's a lot of people that don't understand this. They don't get it. They really don't get it. And I see Polka on here. Shout out to Polka. Like it's just kind of okay. It's just immature. It's just immature. It's a maturity level that it requires, and it's a security. It's a security that you have to have in dealing with an attractive, significant other. It's a security that you must have. It is a security. And the crazy thing is that, okay, most women who are IG models, who are porn stars, who are these things, they are, and I'll say myself, we are fantasies. We are fantasies to a lot of people. We are fantasies. Like, it ain't too often you'll run across us just in like a normal like movement. Like, it ain't too many times when you run across us, so you only see us online, so it makes us out to be like a fantasy. Like, we damn near too good to be true. So it's like men who have all this hatred towards us, men who have all this hatred towards us, deep down inside they're really angry because they feel like we are people that are out of their league. So they begin to hate what they love. Because they love to see us, but they hate that they can't. They feel like we're not attainable. So then that's something to do with you, and that's something to do with your insecurity. Has nothing to do with the person. It has everything to do with you because you feel like I'm out of reach for you. So now you hate me. When in actuality, the men who have the security, the confidence, a lot of these men, they come to my OnlyFans, and we have the best fucking conversations. Not even on no sex shit. Like, it's just a big up to you. You know, like, you're doing good. I respect your hustle. I respect your grind. Keep doing you. You looking good. You in the gym. I see it, you know. I see it on you, this, that, and the third. We have great conversations. Like, every once in a while, I drop in on them. Hey, how your day going? How was your day? You know, shit like this. We actually have dialogue. We have great conversations. But these are men who are confident, and they understand how it goes. This beautiful woman is not about to just talk to me for free. Like, this beautiful woman is not about to just sit here and, you know, entertain me for nothing. She ain't up here for nothing. She ain't doing this for nothing. So I understand I'm going to play by her rules so I can have a conversation with her. I'm about to go to her OnlyFans. I'm going to pay this rate or whatever. And then I'm going to just go in the DM and I'm going to say, you know, I love what I'm seeing, whatever. And he playing by the rules, and we gonna have conversations, like, and that's just how it go. But for the men who think like, okay, she on Instagram, so I'm just about to like go on her DMs, and then you in my DMs for a year on Instagram, and I don't say nothing. So now it's you don't respond to your fans, you know, fuck you, and all this kind of stuff because I didn't respond to your message, like. That's weird to me. That's just weird to me. Um okay, so anyone who doesn't like the conversation, if you're not grown enough to have it, you can remove yourself. Anyone that's not grown enough to have this conversation, you can remove yourself. And that's just that on that. If you can't respect my standard, if you can't respect my standard and how I do things, then hey, you gotta go. And it's okay. But that's just how it goes. I mean, you're not gonna talk to a beautiful woman for free. Like, you're not gonna talk to a beautiful woman for free. I'm just being honest with you. I don't care if you gotta bring this woman on a date. I don't care if you walk in the club and you see a beautiful woman and you gotta buy her a drink and send her a drink to initiate conversation. You still paying for that conversation. You gotta grow up and really understand these things. Like, either way it goes. So I'm telling you, you gotta pay $4.99 to get on my OnlyFans and we can have a conversation. That's no different than you going in a club and spending $14 for a drink and sending it to a woman just to try to start a conversation. It's the same shit. It's the same shit. Child, the whole while I've been wiped for a long time. Stop playing. The only reason why, honest to God, for the people that say I'm not going to get wiped, I mean, I just have to be honest with y'all. This is the first time in my life I've chosen to not be wiped. This is the first time in my life that I'm choosing to be like really single and not deal with anyone. This is the first time in my life. I have never not been wiped. I have never not been wiped. And there's so many of us who have an OnlyFans, who have a large following on Instagram. We stay in something if we choose to. I'm choosing to not be wiped right now, baby. I'm always wiped. Always. Always. I am always. There's never a beautiful woman who is not being wiped up by some man. Now, if she chooses to post a man and live like that, then that's for her. I don't choose to do so. I don't choose to do so. Any situation that I've ever been in, I've never been in a situation that has been less than 5 years. I'm always wifed. Like, I'm just being so honest. Always wifed. So for the people who always say that we not wifed, you got it fucked up. You got it fucked up. We are always wiped at some point. And I'm just being honest about it. We are always wiped. Oh, Lord. This is so weird. Okay. So how did you... Oh, no, it's not an attack at all. It's the truth, and the truth hurts. It's the truth, and the truth hurts. Honest to God, like, it's the truth, and the truth always will hurt. Men always think that, oh, if a woman directly say that she got to get paid for whatever, she's a this, she's a that. And men have tried to brainwash some women to think that, oh, you are a prostitute if you say something about money. But so many men initiate conversations about sex. And then if a woman says something in return about money, now she's a prostitute. But, I mean, that's double standard, I guess. Okay, so someone said I would be a bill. Any woman is a bill. If a man dates a woman, you gotta have some money in order to date. You're not gonna be out here broke and trying to date. Only women could get away with that. Men can't. I'm just being honest about that. Only women can get away with being broke and dating. Men cannot get away with being broke and dating. They can't do it because women expect men to pay for the date. So you can't be broke and dating, baby. Do women pay for men time? I think that women, okay, if you're dealing with a woman, then a woman will, in some shape, form, or fashion, do so. Like, when you're dealing with a woman that has a mutual energy, like, you know, everything is going to be mutual. Like, for every 3 dinners that you pay for, I'm going to take care of one. Or, you know, like, I'll get you a random gift sometimes. If I go to the store and I buy you packs of underwear and shirts and things like that, I'm definitely paying you for your time. I'm paying an appreciation for your time. Like, definitely. Women do pay for men's time just like women do pay for men's time just like men pay for women's time. It's a mutual effort. That's what keeps it going. I am very down to earth. Good morning, King. I am very down to earth, and it's some things that immature men will not understand, or they don't want to hear it. And just to give men free game, women understand that there are some men that feel like they're a trick if they buy them something. Then an insecure man will be like, they feel like they're a trick or something like that. Like, so there are some women that do understand how to finesse a man out of their money, because there are some insecure men that feel like if they gift a woman with anything, they're a trick. No. It's like you're not being a trick. Like, when you're giving back and forth between a man and a woman, like, it's not always monetary. It's not always monetary when men and women give back and forth to one another. That's a love language between one another. And if one person starts giving more than the other person, then that's when things could start getting kind of iffy, because you want to always keep things very mutual. And it's not always matched in the same form. Like, this man might pay the lady light bill for her. Like, you know, he dating her. He knows she have children. He knows she got bills. He might pay the light bill for her. That's a love language. So in turn, if he ever come over there and come chill with her and her children, you know, thank goodness he's responsible for her lights being on for the next 30 days. She gonna take care of him. She gonna cook him a meal. Like, that's just giving back and forth. That's just giving back and forth to one another. Yes, men, I promise you, men with money do offer. But even men that have just been raised right will offer. Men who have been raised right will offer women, you know, things or whatever. Like, men who understand how things go. Like, okay, if a man, I was just talking to one of my guy friends. Not dating, like, that's just my real friend. So he wanted to try to initiate with a woman, and they went to a group dinner. Everybody had separate checks. So to initiate the conversation, he was like, I'm going to take care of her bill and mine. I think that's beautiful. And he, like, you know, he didn't have to be a baller to do that. It's just a gesture of, and letting a woman know, like, I got you. You know, even if you don't want to talk to me after this, you gonna remember me. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's little gestures like that. But for men to think that if they pay for something for a woman that they automatically just paid for time with that woman. Like, those kind of men wear me out too. Those kind of men wear me out too. Now, if you are my OnlyFans and you go to a video and you done paid $4 to see a video, you own that video. You purchased that video. That video is yours through a transaction, right? But if we out and you send me a drink, I can give you a thank you, but I am not like that. That didn't just lock down like 15 minutes of my time to talk to you. I don't have to talk to you. You did that to try to get my attention. You got it for a second. Now, what happens after that? That's the risk that you take. But all in all, men, please do understand that you are paying. You are going to pay some kind of way for that woman's time and to get her attention. I mean, if you can't accept that, then you can't accept that. But I'm going to need for you to learn how to, because that's the way of the world. Oh, child, please. Being a nice guy will work sometimes. This day and age, with this city girls shit, I really don't know what to tell you. I'm saying that most men do pay to get women's attention. Most men do. And some men have to because they ain't got no game. Some men have to because they ain't got no game. And the men that have the most game, they ain't gonna pay. They not gonna pay because they got a gift of gab. They'll talk a woman out of draws. There are some men that do have that gift of gab. I ain't gonna hold you. But now the game kind of fucked up because they have so many women that will give a man so much because they think that he got money. Then that's when the game got fucked up. That line, he got money, and then that's when men figured out that all they have to do is look like they got money, whether the designer be fake or real, whether the car be theirs or rented, and that's when the real and the fake got real confused, and that's when the game got fucked up. So that's when women started feeling like, now you gotta prove to me that you got it. I'm telling you, the game fucked up right now. But y'all, I'm about to go because I've been on here for a very long time. I'm about to go. I will see y'all later. I'm about to go to my OnlyFans, to my paying clientele, my men that pay me now. And if you're mad, be mad.